would be 45 minutes ahead of my shift, but I would be out of the wind. If God and the ancient steam heat plant were good, I'd even be warm. I crossed Main Street with the wind at my back and turned the corner into Preble just as a particularly playful gust descended. The new wind snatched the bag on my shoulder, twisted it, and jerked it to my elbow, at the same time flinging a scatter of gravel into my face. I swore, grabbed, then staggered as the wind whooshed me around like a pack of high-spirited puppies and roared off, abruptly abandoning me to gravity. A hand caught my elbow, steadying me. City reflexes kicked in, and I jerked back. The hand tightened slightly, keeping me on my feet. I shook the hair out of my face and the gravel out of my eyes, looked, and smiled. "Fox."
"Jennifer," he returned seriously. "Nice day."
"I've seen nicer," I told him. He raised an eyebrow and released my elbow.
"Recently?"
I laughed. "Point." He turned and walked with me down Preble toward the river and the Voice building.
"Done shopping for the day?"
I nodded. "Heading for work. Frigid, but early. Murphy's Law dictates that the steam plant will either not be working at all, or so well we'll have to open the windows, and that it won't matter anyhow, because Bill Jakes will send me out to do a man on the street."
Fox smiled his slight smile. "That sounds remarkably like Bill," he agreed, and tipped his head. "Are you early enough so you can stop for a cup of coffee?"
Michelson's Gourmet Coffee Shop and Cafe was right across Preble Street, and a steaming cup of Swiss chocolate almond sounded like pure heaven. I smiled. Good idea. We hung our jackets on pegs by the door and found a table in an alcove dominated by a large plant of the type known as foliage. Mickey Michelson came bustling over, pad ready, smile on his mustached face.
"Mr. Foxwell?"
he said, nodding respectfully, as one does to summer people or other privileged classes. For me, it was a wider smile and a casual, "Hi, Jenny." We ordered hazelnut for Fox, Swiss chocolate almond for me, and Mickey swooped away, returning in less than a minute with 2 thick white mugs gently steaming and a pitcher of honest-to-goodness cow's cream.
"Enjoy,"
he said, and left us to it. I poured cream, stirred, and Fox did the same. Neither of us bothered with sugar. Fox is David Foxwell, American citizen of various foreign parts, most lately out of Austin, Texas. He calls himself a computer geek, which is understatement. In the computer geek world, he's royalty. Lord Fox. In Wimsy, he runs a computer bulletin board called Random Access, which is where I met him. He's 35 years old, a widower, and he came to Maine to kill a man. I wrapped my hands around the warm white mug and breathed in Swiss chocolate almond steam. "Yum," I said, and sighed in bliss.
"Reconciled to winter now?"
Fox murmured, and I glanced over to him. Fox looks more or less like his namesake. Auburn hair and honey skin, long nose and pointed chin. His eyes are an extremely dark blue, black in dim lighting. He smiles very slightly. I've yet to hear him laugh. "You do not reconcile with a Maine winter. You grit your teeth and endure it," I told him. "If I didn't live here, I wouldn't." He sipped his coffee, watching me over the mug's rim.
"You could move back to Baltimore."
I shook my head. "I own that house on the point. I'd have to sell to afford the move, and the housing market in Maine doesn't exist, especially for beat-up old farmhouses and 10 acres of overgrown field."
"So you're stuck."
I frowned, considering that while I sipped coffee. "I don't think stuck," I said slowly. "I don't think that. See, when Aunt Jen left me the house, I came up here with the intention of putting it right on the market. Take the money and run. Thought maybe I'd get enough for a down payment on one of those tiny row houses on Tyson Street. Like Fox would know where Tyson Street was. I threw him an apologetic glance. Right downtown, I explained. Walking distance of the harbor and the music clubs, Lexington Market. He nodded.
"But you didn't sell,"
he prompted.
"Why not?"
I shrugged.